Artificial intelligence or AI. The field of technology has been around for decades, but in the recent years it has begun to revolutionize the way we live and work. So what is artificial intelligence and how does it work? Let's figure it out. My name is Didin and welcome to J-Exploit. You might be aware of the fact that artificial intelligence or AI is used in many areas now. One recent example is chatgpt. In chatgpt, you can ask a question to the system and it will respond back like human. One another example is a photo editing app that you use in your mobile phone. Most of the new apps have come up with built-in AI feature. This feature will allow you to edit any photos or animate images. So basically, artificial intelligence or AI is all about creating systems that can think, learn, and make decisions like humans. Now, there are many fields under artificial intelligence. One such field is machine learning. We all know that humans can do a lot of things, right? We can walk, talk, or we can do any sort of movements, or we can identify an object. All these are possible with the help of human brain. So human brain has a lot of areas where informations are stored. And there are billions of interconnected neurons which will help in transferring this information from one place to another. So artificial intelligence is also pretty much like creating an artificial brain. And there are a lot of information and huge volume of data being fed into this system to make it understand things and respond back like human. So how we can make it possible? How we can make a system to respond back like human? For example, in our childhood, we won't be knowing about much things, right? So we get all this information as we grow up from our parents, friends, teachers. So in artificial intelligence, the system also trained in a similar way. Basically, the systems can be trained in three ways. The first one is supervised learning. For instance, in the schools, the teachers might help the students to correct their homework, right? So if they find any mistakes, they will mark it and they will also give their instructions or suggestions to make it better. The students, when they write the homework next time, they will follow these instructions and try to make it better or perform better. In supervised learning, the systems are also trained in a similar way. So for example, a spam filter. You can provide the keywords or the email addresses to the spam filters. So whenever an email is received from that particular sender, or if it matches with the keywords, those emails will be moved to spam folder. The second one is unsupervised learning. Now you might be thinking that how a system can learn something without any supervision. For example, you saw a dog in a street and you tried to go near that dog. And all of a sudden that dog started barking at you. And you don't know what to do, you got frightened and you may run for your life, right? So the next day you see the same dog and this time you may think twice, right? You may not repeat the same. In this scenario, nobody has taught you anything. You learned from your past experience. In unsupervised learning, the systems are also trained in a similar way. For example, you are a football coach and you want to know the performance of your team. So you will get the data required and feed into this particular system. It will show you the two-dimensional or three-dimensional graph from which you can understand the performance of your team. So these type of systems are trained using this unsupervised learning. The last one is reinforcement learning from human feedback. For example, in your childhood, you might have got punishment from your parents or teachers, right, for doing something bad. On the other hand, you might have got appreciation from them for doing something good. So you take both of this feedback to improve yourself. From the punishment or from the appreciation, whatever you get, all this information you will take into consideration to improve yourself. In RLHF, the systems are also trained in a similar way. It takes the positive and the negative feedback and update itself to perform better. Unlike in the supervised learning, we don't have to explicitly update the system to perform better. One best example of this sort of system is chatgpt, where we can give any questions and chatgpt will respond back like a human. It generates multiple answers in the backend and based on the feedback from the humans, it picks up the best one and present it in front of the user. So far, we discussed about machine learning. Apart from machine learning, there are many other fields under artificial intelligence. So, for example, if someone talks to us, we can understand, right, what they are talking about. That comes under speech recognition. Then, we can read and write in any languages, right? I can read and write in English. That comes under natural language processing or NLP. Humans are capable of responding based on the situation, right? We can move, we can walk, and we can do any sort of other movements. In artificial intelligence, this comes under robotics. Now, we can recognize the objects, right? For example, in this picture, we can see that there is a house and there are trees around. So we can exactly recognize each of the objects in that picture, right? So that particular study in artificial intelligence comes under computer vision. If someone shows you a picture of a dog and a cat, you can easily identify, right, this one is dog and this one is cat. So we humans are capable of identifying the patterns or how they look based on the shape and everything. So that field of study, or that in artificial intelligence, comes under pattern recognition. So these are some of the fields under artificial intelligence apart from machine learning. Some of the challenges in AI. One of the biggest challenge in AI is the issue of bias. AI is trained on large amount of data, and if this data is biased, then the AI will be too. For example, a facial recognition system that is trained on recognizing light-skinned people will not work on the individuals with dark skin tone. Another challenge is issue of explainability. In future, AI is going to be more complex and powerful. So it's going to be very difficult to understand how AI make its decisions. A related challenge is the issue of safety. AI can make its own decisions and actions that can have real-world consequences. Finally, the issues with the privacy and safety. AI has been fed with a lot of data which includes the confidential information as well, like the financial information or the information related to the healthcare industries or personal data. So this could become a target for the cyber criminals and hackers. If the data is stolen, then it could lead to serious consequences like identity theft, financial fraud, or more. On the other hand, AI has got wide possibilities in the future. It's going to play a major role in the industries like cybersecurity, healthcare, transportation, e-commerce, and more. So that's all about artificial intelligence or AI. Hope this video was informative for you. If you like the video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.